Hi Brendon, how does it feel to be in the white ball hot seat, and what's the mission statement, I suppose?
It's great actually. It's really exciting. I think obviously we've known now for a couple of months that that this was going to unfold, and it's been great. Plenty of time to chat to Jos over the last couple of months, and turning up here now, super exciting. You know, you look around the team, and we've got so much talent that sits within the dressing room, and it's a great opportunity to have the coaches that we've got with us as well. There's a lot of familiarity there too, and there's a lot of players who have obviously been involved in the test stuff too. So it's really exciting. I can't wait to get started actually, and I know it's going to be a tough tour, this one, in terms of taking on a very good Indian side, but I'm sure we'll play what I hope is a very watchable style of cricket.
Obviously results are important, but is it more about, you know, gaining sharpness for the Champions Trophy?
Yeah, look, obviously, I mean, we want to win every game we play, right? Like, you're fiercely competitive to try and be successful, and that's ultimately the mission. But for us, the conversations and language which we use within the dressing room is quite different to that. It's about trying to get the best out of the talent that sits within the dressing room, trying to gel the guys as best we can, try and work out the complementary skills and how we're able to play the style of cricket that gives us our greatest chance. And for us, I'm desperate for us to play a really watchable brand of cricket. I think with the talent that we have, there's no reason why we can't. We've got a batting lineup which is as powerful as any batting lineup in the world. We've got gun spinners, very good fielders, and we've got guys who bowl absolute rockets with the ball. So you've got options there to be able to entertain and give yourself the greatest chance of success. And we'll use the next few weeks to try and hit the ground running, and I'm sure there'll be some times where we don't quite get it right, but that will be, hopefully we'll chisel away at that over the next few weeks, and we'll be in good shape come that Champions Trophy. But we're very, very much focused on this series, knowing that India are a very good cricket team, particularly in their own conditions.
And you mentioned having a couple of chats with Jos. How have they gone? He seemed to take a few things on board during that West Indies series before Christmas.
Yeah, he's smiling, it's good. He's very happy at the moment, so I'll keep him on that. It's interesting, I think, like when I took over the test job, Stokesy and I, we knew each other. Obviously we played against each other and there was a mutual respect, but I wouldn't say we were friends necessarily, whereas now we've developed a really tight personal relationship as well as a working relationship. With Jos, we actually start from a slightly stronger base. Jos and I have been friends for a long time, and whilst we haven't played together, we've often shared similar philosophies on the game, and that friendship gives us a really good base to be able to get things going pretty quickly with this team. But he's in a really good space. He's excited about the team that we've got. He's excited about the opportunity that sits in front of us, and I'm sure we'll see Jos over the next couple of years really enjoy himself and hopefully finish with a real strong enjoyment for the game at the back end of his career.
I was going to say, do you still think his best years could potentially be ahead of it?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? I mean, he's had a pretty good career already, right? But yeah, I think his best years could definitely be ahead of him. I think sometimes when you get the opportunity to lead in the latter part of your career as well, there's times where you can be a little bit desperate for success and to try and that can create frustrations, and it doesn't become quite as enjoyable. I think if you can let yourself go a little bit with nothing to prove other than trying to get the best out of those around you, those that you lead out on the field, then sometimes that can actually free your game up even more, and you can end up performing really strongly. And that's the conversations Jos and I have had, and he's fully on board with that. He's excited about the next little while, and I'm sure you'll see him smiling plenty when we're out on the field.
Any more from the UK? Okay, any more from India then, before we finish? Yes, go ahead, just gentleman here in front then.
Yeah, Brendon, there is a school of thought that for a coach to be in charge of the test team, especially, I know this is a limited over series, but for a coach to be in charge of the test team, experience in first class cricket is required. I mean, Gautam Gambhir as India coach, his role, I mean, his lack of experience as a coach in first class cricket was called into question also. You also joined the England setup directly from the IPL. Which side are you on?
Which side? in regards to whether you need to have been
Exactly.
an established coach. I don't really know. Sometimes I don't even know if coach is the right word, to be honest. It's sort of, I think everyone does things really differently, and everyone's approaches are very unique. And from how I try and operate, I think it's probably less of a coach and try and make sure that the environment is a happy and enjoyable environment where guys feel as if they can push their talents and push themselves towards the uncomfortable situations and know that there's still going to be that support and that care there afterwards, and be encouraged to go again towards those. Other coaches are very different. They like to run quite structured, quite technical. Other coaches are probably a bit more regimented in the way that they go about things, but I guess it's really different. What I will say about Gautam Gambhir is I've worked with him before. He's an outstanding leader. He's a really strong leader of men, and in the time that he's had in any sort of leadership positions which he's held previously, he's been able to excel, and I'm sure he's only just sort of got underway with this team, but I have no doubt that he'll get the best out of the talent that he's got, and that we've got to find a way to be able to counter that with our own style.
Two more, one on this side on the left as we look, and then this gentleman to finish. Go ahead.
Hi Brendon, Naman here from Wisdom. Are we expecting Jos Buttler to be back at the top of the order, or is the plan to keep the balance same as the last series and have someone like Ben Duckett open and Butler stay at 3?
It's a bit early for that conversation. Look, the thing he won't be doing, he won't be keeping wickets in this series. He's going to captain from the field, and I think that's a really positive thing for us, because it gives Jos the opportunity to have the last say with the bowler and to have that relationship build at that last second rather than being 22 yards away. And we've got great keeping options within the side as well. I think when it comes to the T20, I think we can expect he'll be near the top of the order. Working out the intricacies of that will work out over the next sort of 48 hours before we head into it. But look, we've got a really good squad. We've got lots of flexibility within the group. We've got heaps of options that we can go to, and it's just trying to make sure that we're able to piece it all together, which gives us our greatest chance.
Just one more on the number of options you said. With Mark Wood and Jofra Archer also in the Champions Trophy squads, what sort of workloads can we expect of them in the T20 and the ODI series on this tour?
We'll just work it out as we go. You always sort of just make sure that you're across how the guys are feeling, and if they're feeling a little bit off at any stage, then you're not afraid to back guys off and then give someone else an opportunity. When you bowl in excess of 90 miles an hour, I think we've seen that that can sometimes have its own demands, so we've got to make sure that those guys are fresh. But it's the same for all our bowlers, to be honest. Like, just making sure that you're healthy, your arm is one of the most important aspects, and you just read that, you have good honest conversations, you have the relationship where guys are able to tell you when they feel they might not be quite 100%, and then you obviously bring someone else in. So we'll just look to sort of work that out as we go along. But at the moment, it looks like we've got a team which is fully fit, raring to go, and it's pretty exciting, to be honest.
Last question here at the front. Go ahead.
Welcome to everyone audience. Now, as you see, India is relying on spinners, back to the era of Beji, Chandrasekhar and Prasanna. So how you have prepared yourself to face Indian spinners on this subcontinent?
Well, I need to have a look at the wicket, because normally it's flat here and it doesn't really spin, so it sort of just slides on, and the outfield's rocking fast and the short boundaries, and spin isn't normally a huge weapon here in Kolkata. But we'll just assess it as things go along. I think we've got some players who have been very successful in competitions all around the world and in conditions where they face good spin bowlers as well. So look, we have immense respect for the lineup that India have, not just their spinners but their seamers and alike, and we've just got to come up with ways to be able to make sure that we're still able to put them under pressure when the time allows. But until we see the conditions, it's hard to forecast exactly how it's going to go. But I'm about to go and have a look anyway, so we'll work out whether it's going to be a big factor. But they've got dangerous bowlers across both seam and spin.
Okay, we're done. Thank you.
Thank you.